Hi. That wind's blowing again. What's it reminding me of this time? Coming from the southwest. The abundance of summer is nearly over. Beginning to bring in the harvest. We're almost at La Masse, another few days. Lunasa. Things begin to die from there on in. So what relevance does the medicine wheel have for modern day living? A lot. Yep. It's a guide, a path to follow, a map of our lives from birth, childhood, into adulthood, and then finally death, and then rebirth. It's a way of navigating through the chaos. And as a shamanic guide, way shower, I can show you that path. And if you're new to this channel, I'd really appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up, subscribed, because it helps. So the medicine wheel, Celtic wheel of the year, how does that really fit in with us today? Well, in the East, we have new beginnings, inspiration, the winged ones, the hawks that fly high, the eagles that carry our prayers and fly wingtip to wingtip with Great Spirit. It heralds new birth, the babies, new baby animals, and it represents potential, inspiration, new projects. So we would start perhaps with like a new project by working with the powers of the East. And there are trees and animals that are associated particularly with the East that we perhaps can work with, call on to share their powers. And then if we're working on a project, so we move into summer and abundance and growth and the fire of creativity. And how would we work with that fire of creativity? Well, we might call on the power of horse to help us gallop through some project, or mouse to finely pick at those little details that need attention. It's a time of youth, childhood, so we would bring in joy and happiness and love into this project. And we might find it a very beneficial as far as healing goes. That is our soul's purpose, that we're working on something that really brings us to life. And as we move into the west direction, we might call upon the powers of our ancestors to shine some wisdom on the harvest of our project, or the magic of crow to bring in some special concept, some special way of being. And it's our adult life, so that would, we have the wisdom of being an adult. All those years that we've been alive, we have accrued much in the way of wisdom. And we might look to our grey hairs and think, Okay, well maybe this project is almost done, but we've got some longevity in it yet. And we're reaping the benefits of having worked hard over the summer. And we reach the north direction. And there lies the great mystery. What lies beyond? We don't know. So where is this project going? Where might it go? Is it about to die? Or is it about to be mothballed for a little while in order to bring it forth into new life again in the spring? The north direction is a time for introspection, so planning, looking over what we did in the last year, in the last 12 months, and maybe planning how we can build on that for the next year. It's a quiet time. It's a time for hibernation, for go slow, and I know that's difficult in this day and age. We're not allowed to go slow, or so we think. But it's very much time for gathering ideas to put into action in the spring. And it might be a time of our life where we've reached the end of our life on this earth, and how we might prepare for that, or how we might prepare for loved ones that are standing on the edge of the great mystery. And there's many aspects to the medicine wheel that can be incorporated into it. You know, for modern living, we can look at perhaps our mental health, our spiritual being, our spiritual body, our physical body, can all be mapped out in the medicine wheel. It's super powerful. So don't write it off as woo-woo or maybe some tradition that is not relevant to us in Europe, for example. Maybe the North American medicine wheel you don't feel is relevant to us in Europe. Well, it is. We don't have to follow exactly the symbolism that they use in North America. But certainly the Celtic Wheel of the Year has a very similar feel, it overlaps in so many ways. Maybe we put different trees in different directions, but basically it's the same. Birth, growth, harvest, and death. And we can weave our lives through that, and we can weave a beautiful life by using the medicine wheel to help us through the chaos, to help us through the good times and the bad times. So, I'll see you again. Ciao for now.